Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. So to the Express we go over in the UK. They say Yellowstone is under strain as experts find magma chamber pressure. Well, of course, if it's a magma chamber, I would imagine that you'd find some pressure. I don't know. Call me crazy. Says here, a process known as deformation, where subsurface rocks subtly change shapes, is occurring beneath the surface of Yellowstone, which alerts experts. Researchers state deformation occurs when there's a change in the amount of pressure in the magma chamber, and experts are keeping an eye on this development. Seismologists from UNIVACO, a nonprofit university-governed consortium, are using global positioning systems, borehole tiltometers, and borehole strain meters to measure minute changes in deformation at Yellowstone. Now, the Billings Gazette, David Mention, and Glenn Matoli, they're a geologist with UNIVACO, said that the strain signal at Yellowstone right now is larger than would be expected if the crust were completely solid. And so what that means, at least in their eyes, is that there's lava flowing that's allowing pressure to build in the chamber. Now this isn't, I don't know if this is good or bad. I mean, here you have Yellowstone that they say is, okay, it's overdue to erupt. I mean, there's so many things that are kind of coming to a head. That's what's the most amazing thing about Yellowstone, Ice Age, pole flip, all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable, the things that are converging at the same time. Wow. The duo said, quote, "These independent observations agree with other instruments at Yellowstone, like seismometers, that indicate a zone of semi-molten rock starting about 3 miles beneath the surface is flowing." And they say semi-molten because the entire zone contains only between 5 and 15% liquid rock that occupy small pockets of space between solid rock. Now, even though they have these new findings, they say there's no cause for alarm. Of course, you know, they're always going to say that. But they do say that these measurements are consistent for a volcano which has been building up for close to 1 million years, which is interesting because, like I said, it's about 700,000 years ago, they say, is when it erupted, and it's long overdue. So here we are, Yellowstone, yet again, thrust into the news because of some of this new data coming out, you know, the latest tiltometer readings and everything else. Now, it says if the Wyoming volcano were to erupt, this is how big it is. An estimated 87,000 people would be killed immediately, and 2/3 of the USA would immediately become uninhabitable. It says here the large spew of ash into the atmosphere would block out the sun and directly affect life beneath it, creating what they call a nuclear winter. It says the massive eruption could be a staggering 6,000 times as powerful as the one from Mount St. Helens in 1980, which killed 57 people and deposited ash in 11 different states and 5 Canadian provinces. I mean, that was a big eruption. I don't know if any of you out there are old enough to remember. I can tell you, I remember it being on the news, and wow. I mean, I'd never really experienced anything like that because I was a young kid, and it was just one of the most amazing things to see. But the devastation that occurred from Mount St. Helens, unbelievable. And we're talking something on the scale of 6,000 times more powerful than Mount St. Helens. So if the volcano explodes, what scientists say a climate shift would ensue as the volcano would spew a massive amount of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. You know, that geoengineering thing that they always talk about? Well, this would like do it in a heartbeat. And that makes a sulfur aerosol that then absorbs sunlight and reflects it. So there you have it. Interesting data coming out of Yellowstone. Is it a cause for alarm? Don't think so. But interesting nonetheless, as we have so many different things, big confluence of events all happening and seem to be going on a collision course, breakneck speed. Who knows? They may be all related. A pole flip could make Yellowstone go off, which could make the new Madrid go off. And then, of course, you'd have like nuclear meltdowns all over the place because we decide to put our freaking nuclear reactors on fault lines. You know, all that kind of crazy good stuff. Gotta love the woo. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Hashtag wake the flock up. Have a great day.